Please welcome to the stage AFP Houston Board President Victor Brooks.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 National Philanthropy Day Luncheon. For those of you who are here for the first time, this is basically the Oscars of Houston's nonprofit sector, so you are in for a treat. I promise I'm the last person standing between you and these amazing awardees that you came to see, so I'll keep it real short and brief. My name is Victor Brooks. By day, I'm a consultant with Deanie Spheres, and also by day, I have had the honor of serving as your 2025 chapter president. As I say that, I should probably get different hobbies, but that's okay. Lots of philanthropy in my life. As many of you know, the Association of Fundraising Professionals is a global organization that represents more than 26,000 fundraisers in 240 chapters across the US, Canada, Mexico, and Egypt. We are international. What you may not know is that the Houston chapter is the third largest chapter in North America. And there you go. Yes, we're already plotting on being number one, so don't worry. We will take care of it in the next few years, I promise. At this time, I'd like to ask all the AFP board members if they wouldn't mind standing. Truly, the success of our chapter and this organization is due to our amazing board. Stand up, all of you, all of you. Thank you so much. And I'd also like to acknowledge our amazing chair, Lisa Garces. We would not be here today without her. She is phenomenal. This is a labor of love. She put in so much work. Thank you, Lisa. And I'd also like to quickly thank all of the members of AFP here in the audience. This is Fundraiser Prom. Truly the joy, truly the joy of our chapter is the camaraderie, the relationships that we build. This is a truly unique sector, industry, the work that we do. We are here for each other, and we are so grateful to all of our members. Truly the goal of AFP is to promote our industry and empower our fundraisers through ethical fundraising, education, networking, research, and advocacy. All of our AFP members adhere to the Code of Ethics and our Donor Bill of Rights and make sure that our industry and our sector continues to perform at the top of its capacity. Our members, together with volunteers, with donors, some of these amazing honorees in the room, come together to create a truly amazing nonprofit sector here in Houston. We are so grateful for all of you. As we continue to promote this work and do the things that AFP does, I'm so pleased to share that all the proceeds from today's luncheon will allow us to continue to do our education work, provide scholarships for some of our fundraisers, and continue to make sure that everyone in this room operates at the top of their game. And so if you feel so inclined, there is a lovely QR code there up on the screen. Feel free to, scan that or one of the ones at your tables that are conveniently placed in the center. And make a gift online or via your phone. Thank you all so much for being here, for your support of AFP. And so I will welcome back Sally and Lisa to get to our awards.
All right, we are ready to hand out some awards. Our first award today is the M. Ann Murphy Award for Professional Advancement. This award, named after AFP Houston's own Ann Murphy, recognizes an individual who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to professional advancement and education. This year's honoree is Amy S. Lampy. Amy is an Associate Vice President at BWF with more than 25 years of fundraising and consulting experience in the performing arts, healthcare, and higher education. Amy is a past president of the AFP Houston Chapter Board, has previously served as the National Philanthropy Day Chair, and has been a mentor for many young development professionals throughout the city of Houston. She also is an instructor at the Center for Philanthropy and Nonprofit Leadership, as well as a speaker, teacher, and author. Please take a look here at the video screens to learn a little bit more about Amy.
I started in fundraising. I actually was an acting major in college. My first job was actually as a development associate for a theater, and I started realizing that I had a passion for fundraising as much as I did performing on the stage. If I could do anything else but have a career in acting, I wanted to be a fundraiser, and I wanted to fundraise in the performing arts. You know, the root of the word philanthropy is the love of humans. When I talk to people about raising money, I tell them that I don't raise money for a living. What I do is I connect people to their passion. I connect them to their philanthropic vision or dream. And so for me, philanthropy is loving on people and connecting with people. I actually get really excited. I get chills when I work with a donor and am able to connect them to the mission in a deeper way and find a project that really connects with them. I also get really excited as a consultant and working with clients and helping them connect more with donors or helping them find donors through data-driven practices. Some of the nonprofits that I've worked with over the years include the Alley Theater, Theater of the Stars, 80 Players, Nyehouse Education Center, Memorial Hermann Foundation. And then I've worked with so many wonderful nonprofits, about over 50 of them, as a consultant, including Memorial Park Conservancy, Holly Hall, the Houston Symphony, Legacy Community Health, and organizations, higher ed institutions across the country. I love my teaching at Rice University Glasscock School. I love teaching as a consultant. I feel very honored to receive this award because of my passion for professional development and being able to invest in my field.
Let's hear it for Amy. Congratulations.
Like a seed dropped by a sky bird in a distant world. Who can say if I'd been changed for the better? But because I knew you.
Our next award is the Byron Welch Award for Lifetime Achievement in Fundraising. It was created in 2005 to honor someone who, like Byron, is not only an exceptional fundraiser, but holds him or herself to the highest ethical standards. This year's honoree is Greg Robertson. For 20 seasons, Greg led all aspects of the Houston Grand Opera's philanthropy programs, guiding fundraising efforts and completing the largest and most successful campaign in Houston's performing arts history. Greg embodies this award through his record of impact, his mentorship, and his unwavering commitment to advancing the fundraising profession. Let's learn a little more now about Greg.
I first discovered back in the late 1960s and the early 70s the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Labor Day Telethon. So we would walk around our neighborhood and we would collect money. And that was really the first time that I discovered that doing great work made you feel really great. In my career, I've had the opportunity to work for 3 extraordinary cornerstone institutions in Houston: the University of Houston, Memorial Hermann, and Houston Grand Opera. Each of these organizations were extraordinary because for them, good enough was never good enough. I just fell in love with opera. You know, it's one of the most amazing and addictive things that you'll ever be involved in. The music, the history, having profound experiences with your family and your friends and people that are close to, and that's what the performing arts does. That's an amazing way to live your life and to encourage people to experience those things. Memorial Hermann, I worked at Memorial Hermann a brief period of time, but it was on an extraordinary campaign. It was the Lifelight campaign. And so this was the opportunity to do the first major campaign in the history of the Memorial Hermann system, to be able to go and to purchase new helicopters and establish new stations, to be able to cut the response time. And I think the whole campaign was about time is life. If we can cut the response time, we can save more people's lives. Donors are the heroes of nonprofit organizations. Their passion, their love, and their interest in fulfilling our mission in making sure that our city is a better place. It's been extraordinary to work with so many incredible donors. Receiving the Byron Welch Lifetime Achievement Award is extraordinarily both gratifying and humbling. Many of my fundraising heroes that I've known my entire career were the recipient of this award, and to be listed along with them is really one of the thrills of my life. I've been extraordinarily fortunate to have the support of my family my entire career. In particular, I was so lucky that 42 years ago, a young sorority girl said yes when I asked her out on a first date. It was even more extraordinary that 37 years ago, that same girl said yes, the most important solicitation I've ever made.
Congratulations, Greg, for the Byron Welch Award for Lifetime Achievement in Fundraising.
I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Our next award is the Outstanding Philanthropic Foundation Award. This award honors a private foundation that demonstrates outstanding commitment through financial support, innovation, encouragement, and motivation of others to take leadership roles in philanthropy and/or community involvement. This year's Outstanding Philanthropic Foundation is the Houston Texans Foundation. Creating access and opportunity through football is at the core of the foundation's mission. Since its inception in 2002, the Houston Texans Foundation has donated more than $51 million to strengthen the community, support youth development, and expand access to essential resources. Some of the organizations it has partnered with include the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Houston, the YMCA of Greater Houston, DePelchin Children's Center, and the Houston Food Bank. Let's learn a little bit more now about the Houston Texans Foundation.
So the history of the Houston Texans Foundation started when Bob and Janice brought football back to Houston, and one of the first things they did was set up the foundation because they believe in giving back to the community, and the foundation has grown. We've given over $50 million in that time straight to the community, and it's been wonderful. We have multiple legends and players go out and do reading with a pro. So we're going into schools and encouraging reading and helping in those areas. But we also changed the structure of the foundation a little bit and what we were focused on. Took a new look at it and said, what are we good at and what do we know changes lives? We said, well, we know football and we know how it can impact lives. And so we're focusing on that, and our way of focusing on that is helping girls get scholarships. So we're really excited about that. DePelchin has been a pillar in our community with foster care and adoption for many, many years. And I got started with DePelchin quite a while ago and was on their board. And I enjoyed every minute of it. But Texans specifically and the Texans Foundation were involved through the Texas Bowl. It's a way to raise money to give back to, and we selected DePelchin as the area where we would like to give all those proceeds to. So the foundation right now is focused on Girls Flag and creating opportunities for girls to get scholarships. So we will hopefully be in 125 high schools come spring. So when you can reach that many high school girls, you're starting to make a greater impact. And we know how football changes lives and changes generations, and to provide those opportunities for those girls, but also their families, is huge. The impact is greater than I even know. It's an incredible honor. I'm so thankful to DePelchin and honored that they would nominate us. Just shows that we are making an impact in the community. And I know I'm the face, but I've got so many people working with me that help every day, but also our entire organization. This is what we do. We give back.
And accepting the award on behalf of the Houston Texans Foundation is Vice President Hannah McNair. Congratulations. Now please welcome Casey Keysweater, Vice President of the Houston Business Journal. Casey will present our next two awards, and Victor Brooks, AFP Houston Board President, will join him.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Houston Business Journal, congratulations to all of this year's honorees. Supporting Houston's nonprofits is a huge recognition that our company holds dear. Right now, HBJ is offering new subscribers a significant discount from the nonprofit sector. So scan the QR code on the screen if you're interested. Additionally, our Community Leadership Awards, which honor exceptional individuals and organizations specifically within the nonprofit sector as well, are accepting nominations through this Friday. Now, once again, we're proud to present two HBJ Corporate Giving Awards, as well as publish our annual Giving Guide and Philanthropy Report, which is distributed here after this event. The Houston Business Journal Corporate Philanthropy Awards each honor corporations and corporate foundations that demonstrate an outstanding commitment through financial and/or in-kind support through encouragement and motivation of others to take leadership roles towards philanthropy and community involvement. First is the Houston Business Journal Corporate Philanthropy Award for a mid-sized corporation. This award is given to organizations with 100 to 999 full-time Houston area employees. This year's honoree is Williams. In 2024, they contributed to more than $1.5 million to 201 Houston area organizations, including the Houston Food Bank, Memorial Park Conservancy, Junior Achievement of Southeast Texas, Pride Houston, Baker Ripley, and Houston Latin American Philharmonic. In addition, their 37-year partnership with United Way of Greater Houston has raised more than $26 million for the organization. The Williams story is a story of enduring commitment, matching generosity with action, and investments with leadership. Let's hear more about them now.
So Williams is one of the largest natural gas infrastructure companies in the United States. The best thing about working for Williams is really, and everybody will say it, it's the culture. It's the people. When we talk a lot about philanthropy, we are very rooted in giving back to our communities. You see a lot of involvement, a lot of engagement, and it's something that's really rewarding when you see how excited everybody is to come to work and the good things that Williams does in the community as well. Something that we're very grounded in is giving back to the communities where we serve and where we live in. So we're always looking for opportunities on partnering up with nonprofits, partnering up with other opportunities with education, on what can we do to continue to build the Williams brand in the communities where we operate. Williams has board seats on the United Way of Greater Houston and Junior Achievement of Southeast Texas. By my ability to serve on those boards, I'm privy to seeing a lot of the programs that they have. I'm able to bring those programs back into Williams and identify volunteering opportunities, other types of activities, fundraising that we can get our employees involved. Williams also is participating with a lot of other agencies. From a work study commitment, we partner up with Genesis Works as well as with Cristo Rey. We're also very active with, used to be called JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Now it's Breakthrough T1D. Very active with them, very active with Baker Ripley, very active with DePelchin. So those are just some, but those are the ones that we have really dug into and identified that we have very much a common alignment in our goals and what it is that we want to do by participating. It's an honor to receive this award because it really highlights the great programs and the great people that Williams has, and the investment that they have in the communities is being recognized.
Accepting the award on behalf of Williams and our Corporate Social Responsibility Specialist, Nellie White, and Vice President and General Manager, Camilo Mesquita. Congratulations. The Houston Business Journal Philanthropy Award for a large corporation is given to organizations with over 1,000 full-time Houston area employees. This year's honoree is ConocoPhillips. Giving back to the community has always been at the heart of ConocoPhillips' work. In 2024, ConocoPhillips gave $11 million to more than 550 area charities through cash contributions and sponsorships. Their focused giving includes innovative methods to reduce high school dropout rates, conservation efforts in Houston's ecologically diverse urban areas, and the cultivation of the city's world-class performing arts scene. Let's learn more about them.
So ConocoPhillips has been an independent exploration and production company since 2012, but the history actually goes back much, much farther, 150 years. We think that our community investments are best achieved through strategic partnerships. And what we do is we have 3 pillars of giving that we participate in. The first is our strategic programs, and for that we have 2 focus areas. Really locally, it's math education, and all over the world, it is conservation, species, and habitat protection. But we also want to support our local communities where we live and work. And so we have local giving priorities in each of the locations where we operate. So we support employee giving through things like match employee volunteer grants, our giving in the workplace through United Way, things like that. We have over 100 years of giving and support for things like, for example, Yellowstone National Park. We're working with almost all of the local sports organizations. We really find that that is a great way to work on math education in a way that really engages kids. Another big part of that is Toro's math drills. We've been doing that for over 10 years with the Houston Texans. For Houston, we spend a lot of time supporting our arts organizations. Our employees are always out volunteering. One of the most fun things is to see both the MS 150 and the rodeo run every year. We have hundreds of volunteers that come out for that. Since 1988, we believe we've raised close to $100 million for United Way, and a lot of that comes not just through cash contributions, but through volunteer grants. So our employees are out there volunteering, and we're making cash contributions to support that as well. Well, we are incredibly proud and honored to have received this amazing award. I think it's really a testament to our employees, our retirees, our community partners, and it shows how well we all work together in trying to accomplish our goals of supporting the communities.
Accepting the award on behalf of ConocoPhillips is Senior Vice President, Legal, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary Kelly Rose.
Our next award is for Outstanding Fundraising Program. This is for a program that raised more than $2 million, and it goes to Memorial Assistance Ministries for their campaign, Growing Our Impact Together. This was launched a couple years ago in 2023. This campaign was their most ambitious initiative yet, aimed at reimagining and expanding its campus to meet the rising demand for services. Initially set with a goal of $17 million, the campaign surpassed all expectations, raising more than $21 million by early this year. That is the largest fundraising achievement in Memorial Assistance Ministries history. So let's hear a little bit more about it.
Memorial Assistance Ministries has been serving the Houston community for over 40 years. And since then, we've just grown to really be a launching pad for people in our community to build skills, to build confidence, and to set goals that can set them off for long-term financial stability. We're always looking to respond to the needs of our community and to create the programming, the support, and the platform to help our community reach their goals. What we know is that today, Houston has the highest rate of poverty of any major city in the U.S., and MAM knows that there is a way to help individuals to gain that economic mobility, to gain new fitting, and not just feel like they can belong in our community, but that they can thrive. We knew that we needed more classrooms and more office to be able to have a deeper impact. But we were landlocked and the space in our current building was limited. And so this new opportunity was allowing us to grow our services to have an even greater impact on people's lives. We had the vision, we knew what we wanted to do for our community, with our community. We just had to raise a whole lot of dollars to make it happen. And what we had to do was we had to go to our supporters and we had to make some really bold asks. One thing that I learned through this process was Houston is such a generous city and people want to be a part of doing amazing things. Our community cares. And if we can dream the vision and we can give the opportunities to people, we can make incredible things happen. For us, receiving this award is such an honor, and it's a great recognition, not of MAM and the work we're doing, but the generous and committed supporters that have seen the potential in us as an organization and that have invested their time and their resources to ensure that we could continue to grow our mission.
And accepting the award on behalf of Memorial Assistance Ministries is President and CEO Sonia G. Our next award is for Outstanding Communications Partner. This honors a local media organization, individual, public relations firm, advertising agency, or organization in a media-related enterprise that has a demonstrated track record of providing pro bono services and is involved in advancing philanthropy. This year's honoree is Fox 26 Houston. For decades, Fox 26 has used its platform to not only inform the public, but also to inspire action, elevate nonprofit missions, and strengthen philanthropy across Greater Houston. Fox 26's team works hand in hand with organizations to ensure our stories, our coverage reflects the dignity and depth of their work. One of their largest contributions is the 12 Days of Christmas campaign, where they partner with Baker Ripley, Exclusive Furniture, Walmart, and Chick-fil-A to surprise 12 local families in need with gifts for Christmas. I can draw your attention now to the screen for more information on Fox 26.
We think that we have a unique opportunity at Fox 26 to partner with nonprofits that can truly make the community a better place. And we can use our platform to raise awareness of causes that matter and to get involved in a unique way of spreading the messages. At Fox 26, we partner with a number of nonprofit organizations like Baker Ripley, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, DePelchin Children's Center, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We also partner with Children at Risk, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and Camp for All. And they are a special camp in rural Texas that serves special needs children and other children with unique needs. And we run public service announcements to help them. And some of our staff also participates in their annual Going Over the Edge fundraiser, where our staff actually rappels down a building for charity to benefit Camp for All. I have been partnering with DePelchin Children's Center for about 15 years now. I do a monthly segment called Fox Finding Families, and that is what we do. We want to find families for children who need them. Every child in our community deserves a safe and loving home. And every single month I go out with DePelchin and we take a child on a fun and exciting little experience, matching that child's abilities and their hobbies. And we just have a great time introducing that child to something that maybe they've never done before. We feature children who are less likely to get adopted, older children in large sibling groups, because we want to raise awareness about the huge need in our community and the incredible blessing it can be not only for that child, but for the family adopting as well. Receiving the award for Outstanding Communications Partner was unexpected, but definitely an honor and an affirmation that we are doing the right thing by serving our community.
accepting the award on behalf of Fox 26 Houston is my boss, D'Artagnan Babel. The award for Outstanding Community Service Organization recognizes a nonprofit that demonstrates an outstanding commitment through community involvement and or financial or in-kind support of philanthropic efforts. This year's honoree is Women of Wine Charities. Founded in 2007, Women of Wine Charities raises funds for the Houston Area Women's Center to provide critical resources to women, children, and families affected by interpersonal violence. The group is well on its way to surpassing their ambitious goal of raising $1 million for the Women's Center in 20 years' time. In addition to direct funds, they have provided thousands of dollars in-kind donations, including clothing, baby items, and gift cards for survivors. Let's learn more about Women of Wine Charities.
There was a gentleman here in town, his name is Bear Dalton, was one of the most prestigious wine buyers and influential wine buyers in the country. And he sent an email out inviting people to a meeting of women he knew in the wine business, wine enthusiast, wine industry, and said that his church lady friend, Julie Dokel, needed help. And she was on the board for the Houston Area Women's Center, and they were in need of financial aid at that point, and we came together. And that was in 2007. And 18 years later, we are still fully volunteer. This year, we will give a check for $150,000, which will take us to $1 million of giving to the Houston Area Women's Center. So now we do 3 signature events a year, all fun and gracious and very wine-oriented. We gather at Pinto Ranch right before rodeo and host a Bubbles, Boots, and Bourbon event. And in the summertime, we do Sangria Throwdown and show off various sangria recipes, all raising money while we're doing this. And then in the fall, we do Big Bottle Bingo, which is literally if you are drinking wine, fabulous wine, and if you win, you get a big bottle of wine. There's always a speaker from Hawk that shares what's going on. So in the 18 years that we have been involved, we have seen them grow to just opening one safe place, which can house 350 people. One of our campaigns that Women of Wine Charities implements is a program called A Safe Night's Sleep. And for $45, you can purchase a safe night's sleep for a woman and her family to stay at the Houston Area Women's Center. Receiving the Outstanding Community Service Organization Award was truly an honor. It was a validation of the years that we have put into working together, and is exciting for our board, and it's exciting for our membership, for them to really realize the fun that they are having when we gather does translate into real change in the community.
And accepting the award on behalf of Women of Wine Charities is President Monique Studak. We are rocking and rolling, moving on to award number 9, the Outstanding Volunteer Service Award. This one recognizes individuals who have provided an outstanding service project within their community. And this year's honorees are the Baker Ripley Immigration and Citizenship Program volunteers. The Immigration and Citizenship Program at Baker Ripley partners with immigrant communities to deliver a continuum of legal and social work services, including education and outreach, citizenship classes, legal assistance, social services, and referrals to other Baker Ripley services. In 2024 alone, 128 volunteers contributed more than 1,300 hours toward this program, guiding nearly 9,000 lawful permanent residents on their pathway to U.S. citizenship. Let's learn more about them.
Baker Ripley has been here in the Houston area for over a century. We were founded in 1907. I personally work with the immigration program. This is one of many programs that Baker Ripley has, and we support our Houston community with immigration processes. We have attorneys and we have social workers that support families through the difficulties of the immigration system. Through our programming, we have different types of workshops and forums. We call on our volunteers in the Houston area, whether they are attorneys or just neighbors that want to help us in that support. And so our volunteers come in at the forums, we do different types of trainings, and that's where they're able to help folks with their applications and through these events that we have. Our volunteers are recurring volunteers. We do these events most months of the year. It's on a Saturday, it's a long day, and so it really shows the passion that they have to help our families. Pat is an attorney volunteer that has been with us for years now. She came to one forum like over 10 years ago, and she's been a volunteer with us pretty much every single month since then. When we talk about why, or the reason why she decided to do this, she wanted to figure out how she can give back to her community, ways that she can help. No experience in immigration, and now is a very well-versed attorney in immigration because of the work that she's done with us. Another volunteer, Sergio. So Sergio was somebody who actually went through the application process. He became a naturalized citizen, I think a few years ago now, and he did it through one of our forums. And ever since then, he continues to come back. We put these events on, but we don't do them alone. That's the way I see it. We do them with our staff. Is very small, but it's such impactful work, and it's so big because of our volunteers, because of our neighbors that are continuously looking back and seeing how they can help us. For us to be chosen as the recipients of this award, it was a very rewarding moment for us. We actually told our team, we had our in-person team meeting, and we were able to announce it to them. They were all very excited because there's so much that goes on behind the scenes to be able to even put on these events. And when we talk about the logistics of gathering 60 plus volunteers for an event like this, it's all of our staff that comes together. So we were really excited for it. We are very proud to be able to highlight what it is to be able to come together.
And accepting the award on behalf of Baker Ripley Immigration and Citizenship Program volunteers is Dr. Mark Steiner, Professor of Law Emeritus at the South Texas College of Law, Houston. Congratulations.
To America, never looking back again. They're coming to America, home. Don't it seem so far away?
Our next award is the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser Award. This honors an individual or family who demonstrates outstanding skills in coordinating and motivating groups of donors and volunteers for fundraising projects for the benefit of charitable institutions. This year's recipients are Barrett and Susan Reasoner. Barrett and Susan met after graduating from law school while both were working as assistant district attorneys for Harris County. They are the parents of 5 children and have generously served and supported other Houston organizations, including Baker Ripley, Teach for America, the Houston Bar Foundation, the Joy School for Children with Learning Differences, Junior League of Houston, Holocaust Museum Houston, and many more. Their shared commitment to service, coupled with their ability to inspire others, has made them one of Houston's most impactful philanthropic partnerships. Let's learn more about Barrett and Susan.
I grew up here in Houston and went to Lamar High School over on Westheimer, and then went away to Duke University and then UT Law School, and wound up coming back here and started out as a prosecutor at the district attorney's office, and then joined the firm I'm with now, Gibbs & Bruns. And Susan grew up in Michigan, actually. Went to University of Michigan, then came down to SMU Law School. Decided to stick around in Texas for a couple more years, being a prosecutor in Houston, and that's where we met, and so far I've talked her into sticking around. Both Susan and I were fortunate that we had parents who set a really good example in the philanthropy area. My dad was very involved in pro bono work, free legal services, and Susan's father, for his part, was president of the Michigan Bar Association. Her mom was also very involved in women's groups and in the community outside of Detroit. Over the years between the two of us, Susan and I have worked with Baker Ripley, Teach for America, the Houston Bar Foundation and Houston Volunteer Lawyers Program, communities in schools, and the Holocaust Museum of Houston. I was involved with the Houston Bar Association and their foundation that raises money for legal services to the poor, and we raised $1.75 million through a great effort in the legal community. Susan and I were asked to chair the Baker Ripley Experience, which was their gala, and we were able to raise, I think, $575,000 for that. Susan and I are very appreciative of this award. I think this is something where, you know, these are the pros in this area, in this space, and for them to be saying that the things that we've done make a difference, that's very moving to us, and we're very grateful for that.
Congratulations to Barrett and Susan Reisner. Our next award is Outstanding Philanthropy in Houston. Outstanding Achievement in Philanthropy. This award honors individuals whose enduring leadership and exceptional influence have helped shape the direction and character of philanthropy in the greater Houston community. Presented selectively, this recognition celebrates those whose vision, generosity, and commitment to fostering meaningful partnerships have strengthened Houston's culture of giving, inspired collaboration across sectors, and left an indelible mark on the region's philanthropic landscape. This year's honoree is Dr. Ronnie Haggerty. Ronnie oversees the United Way of Greater Houston's Nonprofit Connection, a professional and leadership development practice serving area nonprofits, and United Way Project Blueprint, a program that prepares members of Houston's multicultural communities for nonprofit board leadership. She is also an adjunct professor at the Jones Graduate School of Business at Rice University and has been a lecturer at the Bush School of Government and Public Service at Texas A&M University. Through her leadership at United Way, she has expanded access and strengthened nonprofits. Through her teaching, she has mentored the next generation of leaders. And through her board service, she has advanced philanthropy across our community. Let's learn more now about Ronnie.
I was born in the Midwest and moved to New York and wound up with a small marketing firm. So we then moved to Houston, wound up with a PR firm and then an ad agency here. And I really started my interest in nonprofits because I thought it would make sense to pair some of our clients with nonprofit organizations as a way of promoting their products. At some point then I decided that I was really kind of tired of the negativity that's associated with sales and started out at MD Anderson Cancer Center, which is quite a remarkable institution in development communications. And while I was there, I became the outside board representative to the United Way for the Junior League. I heard about this opportunity to lead their management assistance program, which is a consulting program that serves nonprofit organizations exclusively. We do training, we do leadership development, a lot of board development. We're now known as the Nonprofit Connection, and I'm still doing that. But it's amazing work. I get to interact with so many different kinds of organizations, so many different missions, but the nature of my work is different from that of many others in the fundraising world because I'm not focused on one mission and one body of work, but working with literally hundreds of different organizations. Somebody once called me a connector, and I thought that was a particularly important concept because I try never to say no. I want to be that connector. I want you to be in touch with me because if there's something that I have that I can share with you, then you can pass it on. So there's a ripple effect with the work that we do. It just spreads far beyond what that initial encounter might be. I think being recognized by your peers is very special because they know the work and they probably regard it differently and for them to say, we see you as someone who has added real value to our profession. It's very humbling.
Congratulations to Ronnie Haggerty for outstanding achievement in philanthropy. Our final award is the Maurice Hirsch Award for Philanthropy. This honor is awarded to an individual or family with a proven record of exceptional generosity who, through direct financial support, demonstrates outstanding civic and charitable responsibility, and whose generosity encourages others to take philanthropic leadership roles in the community. This year's honorees are Benny Augusto Jr. and Nicole Augusto. Benny is managing partner at Abraham Watkins Nichols Augusto Aziz and Stogner, and his wife Nicole is a realtor with Compass. Together, the Augustos have contributed millions of dollars and many hundreds of hours of service to Houston's 3 law schools, 6 universities, the homeless community, underserved children, emerging Hispanic leaders, undergraduate minority students, the legal community, and a local public library, among many other worthy causes. Their guiding belief is simple yet powerful. We are blessed, and we want to be good stewards of those blessings. Let's learn a little more now about Benny and Nicole.
Well, we're not from Texas, but we came here as soon as we could. I got here 44 years ago to go to college to Houston Baptist University. We've learned and seen service in action. Both of our parents volunteered to be in the Army. But then I saw it in church. I saw it with my parents giving up their time and their talents. And we learned very young to give back and to serve people in need. My parents did not go to college, and their only goal was that their children be educated. So I was the first one to go to college in my family. Nikki is the first in her family to go to college. And that's why when we focus on giving, we really started on educational scholarships and opportunities for others. The first monies we got together was to give to single mothers at Houston Baptist University. We have endowments in all the local universities, TSU, U of H, Houston Baptist. We also give money to the 3 law schools in town. And we felt that there are students out there that need help. So the quick, easy way to serve is to provide funds for them to get educated. So what we look for first is education, and then 2, groups that are serving our community. So when we go to groups that are serving children and women, we're always involved with Star of Hope, because Star of Hope helps, the homeless, but then they've expanded to help women and children and families. I know Nikki's been very active with the Friends of the Aldine Public Library here in town, and now we just found out that the Harris County Commissioner's Court, the budget has included them for renovation money that we've been asking for. In our life, every day, we try to be the best person we can to honor God and to serve our community. And sometimes it's hard, but with a good heart and a good spirit, we're able to do that.
Congratulations to Benny and Nicole Augusto. What a great day of awards. Thank you all for having me. I'd like to invite up AFP Greater Houston President-elect Christine Stevens now to share a few closing remarks. Have a wonderful afternoon. Here's Christine.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christine Stevens, and I'm President-elect of your AFP Greater Houston chapter. It is my honor to close out this very inspiring National Philanthropy Day. Today we celebrated the heart of our community, the donors, the volunteers, the fundraisers, and the organizations who make generosity a way of life. This event is also the largest fundraiser for your chapter, and your support powers scholarships, education opportunities that strengthen our profession all year long. Thank you to everyone who purchased a ticket or a table that made today possible. To our honorees and nominees, congratulations once again. Your leadership and generosity inspire us all. And a very special thank you to our outstanding chair, Lisa Garces, and her entire And a special thank you to her entire committee for their vision and their countless hours that made today a success. Lisa and your committee, would you please stand so we may recognize all of you? And today's floral arrangements were generously donated by HEB, and they will now have a second life thanks to Petal Power. That's an organization who gathers flowers from events like ours and shares their beauty with many nonprofits, which includes nursing homes, shelters, psychiatric hospitals, veterans hospitals, Ronald McDonald House, transitional homes, and low-income housing developments. Thank you to HEB and to Petal Power for creating beauty here today and for spreading that joy into our community. Before we conclude, I invite you to keep this momentum going. Please consider an additional gift to support AFP's year-round programs and scholarships. You can scan the QR code on the screen, on your table, in your programs, and donate now. A big thank you to Qtego for providing the software for our event. Thank you. And thank you all for your support of AFP and our members. Every contribution, large or small, helps us invest in the next generation of fundraising professionals. Thank you for celebrating National Philanthropy Day with us and for all you do to keep compassion and kindness thriving in Houston. Have a wonderful afternoon, and let us each take this spirit of generosity and bring it forward every single day of the year. Thank you.